Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing okay. Big shout out to all the subscribers as always. Big thank you to anybody new. Gratitude to all. Welcome along. This video is probably going to be my most important video to date. It's a very important video because of the title of it, and you know what we're going to get into is going to be a lot of spiritual elements in this video. There's going to be a lot of respect to the cultures involved, and as the video goes on I'm going to do a bit of explaining and bring in some other content creators that I'll talk about in a minute, and I'm going to bring in family members as well that are very spiritually inclined. I am too, but you know, for this one I had to really you know, ask a few close people to me that know a lot more about Santeria than I do.
Boxing.
So I redid those conga drums, right? And I got to be careful when you do the conga drums, because my mother-in-law, Ileana, thank you so much for helping me with this project. I'm going to talk more about what she told me. She is from Cuba, and I'll get onto the Santeria in a minute. I want to just say that I respectfully, you know, I'm trying to recreate this song, and by November when the fight happens, the main event for Dalton Smith, I'm going to redo the whole track, right? I'm going to do the conga drums, I'm going to play the piano, I want to give respect to all the videos that I've been watching. I tried to pull up some clips and I'm like, I can't do that, bro. These pianists are amazing. So I'm just, you know, I'm just a music producer that tries to recreate something, you know, and I'm gonna put some things together. But I just want to give a big shout out to Ileana. As I said, my mother-in-law, she's Cuban, and she, I don't know if practices is the right word, has certainly had Santeria in her life, you know. As I said, she's from Cuba, and myself and her daughter, my other half, we, you know, certainly do the house cleansing, and have done for a very long time, for almost 13 years now, you know, where you have the bread on the top of the highest place, and you have water under, fresh water. I don't know how often she deals with that, but it's maybe once every other day, something like that. And you're purifying the house, you clean it every year, like from back to front, I think. Again, if I'm a little wrong with some of these facts, you know, do apologize. I've really been trying to take in so many notes because I really wanted to get this right, and I'll put the timestamps for the boxing part if you want to skip this bit, no problem at all, because I'm going to take my time to explain this, because I want to show the maximum amount of respect for the religion, for, as I said, any country involved or culture involved, and I want to take my time with it. So if I do drag on a little bit, it's just the way the video is going to go. As I said, you can skip to the timestamps, but you know, Ileana really you know, knows a bit more about this, and as I said, it's been in her life for probably her whole life, I'd imagine. But when, you know, I was going to think about doing this video, I had to do a bit of research, obviously, because I wasn't going to make this video without really, you know, having an understanding as much as I could to be able to talk about it. And I'm not going to fully explain it because there's, you know, there's stuff that I can't really go into because I don't know it well enough. But I also did reach out to another content creator, Natalis, a musician's artist actually. And I just want to say a big thank you to her, because I'll be bringing her videos in to do the full explanation. Because when I was looking up, like, you know, what do the lyrics mean, you know, because like I said, I really wanted to understand it, her videos came up, and I reached out to her. She got back to me within 9 minutes and was like, oh my god, definitely use it, please, thank you. And like, she mentioned that she did a cover version of Aguanile, and she said that I could use that, which I probably will in this video, because it, you know, I can't play the original, obviously. I know Mark Anthony did a remix as well, which is very good actually. Natalis's track's very good as well, and I'll bring it in through. This video throughout it, and I know there's probably people that are watching that probably understand all of what I'm about to say, so I'm not trying to make out that I'm trying to preach here by telling people anything. I'm just giving you my story and giving you an explanation of the piece of art that I wanted to make and the length that I went at to try to get some true understanding. But for those of you who don't know what it is, and maybe some people don't, because this might be going across to the UK as well, because Dalton Smith is definitely going to go to parts of America. So if people aren't tuned in or don't know what Santeria is or the meaning of the song, then this video is definitely for you. It's going to be quite a long video because we're going to talk about the actual music in the track, right, and what I've got to do to try to get it close to the original, because it's not easy, man, but we'll get into that more in a little bit. But Santeria is a fusion of West African and Catholicism, right? West African, Yoruba and Catholicism, where they merged, and I will, as I said, I'll bring clips in.
This is part 2 on the story behind the lyrics talking about the meaning behind Aguanile by Hector Lavoe and Willie Colon. Upon the colonization of Puerto Rico, enslaved Africans mapped Catholic saints with Yoruba orishas, giving rise to what we know today as Santeria. Orisha is a term used for gods and goddesses in Yoruba culture. In the beginning of the song, you hear him chanting to the goddess of water, mother of all, Yemaya.
Because it's vital to me that I don't make any mistakes and you guys are receiving this information full on. Alright, it's very important to me. And if you listen to the start of the song, that I mean, that is powerful in itself. Just listen, like they're trying to summon ancestors, right? That's another part of Santeria. It's definitely like in touch with your ancestors and spirits and gods and goddesses and
Yemaya is matched to Our Lady of Regla. Throughout the song, you also hear him chant Aguanile Mai Mai, which is a Yoruba chant to the Orisha Ogun, the god of war, mapped to St. Peter. It means to cleanse our home. To say this is to petition for a spiritual cleansing. In Santeria, everyone is said to have a cuadro espiritual, a set of orishas that are guiding you on your life path. Coming at a time where Hector Lavoe was struggling with drug addictions, in my opinion, Aguanile is a cry for help.
I'll get into more about what Ileana said about what it means to her, because that really resonated. It gave me goosebumps actually, because it's a very light, powerful, beautiful religion that really resonated with me when she was speaking about it. And some of the words she said, I kind of do in my life anyway, which was kind of awesome. But personally, I'm not personally religious. I'm agnostic. But I do believe I'm a very spiritual guy, and I do believe in a higher power for sure. I don't know what it is. Maybe in a couple of years, I'm leaning towards more, gods and goddesses. But at the moment, I'm very agnostic. I'm very open-minded, but I just wanted to put that out there too. But I do respect it though, very highly. So anyway, so that's the beginning of the track, obviously. And there's other meanings that Natalis mentioned. Hector Lavoe, I know he was a very not struggling artist, but he had some issues. Obviously, he had a lot of drug addiction, and there's a lot of stories about him out there. I think I went on Wikipedia for some of this, and you certainly can't use that. It's a bit of a joke, to be honest with you, Wikipedia. But he had a bit of a rugged life. I know he passed away. I think he was young when he died as well, 46, I believe. I think he died of AIDS, but he was a legendary musician, legendary singer, and you know, his music still sings today. And I discovered his music about 20 years ago, and I love it. It's like, this is another reason why I'm actually making this video, because that song to me, like when I listen to that song, it's in my iPod, right? When I go running, I'm just like mesmerized. It's like, oh yeah, you know, like, and when it drops as well, the piano. I mean, I'm gonna bring in a little clips from the pianos. I tried to search, man. These musicians are incredible. I don't think I'll ever be able to do that, and I'm not trying to do that, but I'm certainly gonna play something where I can just drop it over the conga drums, because the conga drums change rhythm throughout the song. The song is so complex as well, like not just the vocals and the meanings of it, but just the actual patterns of the bass lines, the patterns of the congas, the piano. Like, it just, I thought it'd be like I could learn a little riff here, and it just was like, I can't do that. But I'm gonna try, and by November, like I said, I'm going to definitely have something for you guys, because it's a big part of this channel. When I try to break in music, art, science, boxing. Back to the music, back to Santeria, back to Ileana, my mother-in-law. Absolutely wonderful lady. Shout out to you, Ileana. I hope you're watching, and thank you again for our conversation. That meant so much to me, and it gave me goosebumps. And she was just talking about Santeria, how for her it was just being a good person, you know, and like being the best you can be, which is ironic, because that's a saying that I've been trying to use for my other channel and this channel as well, because it's something I'm trying to do in my life, yeah, every day, whether it be like, you know, from boxing, trying to get better at that, just being a good person in my life, trying to be more loving, trying to be more kind. I'm already quite kind in the first place, to be honest, but I'm trying to be more, trying to be the best you can be. You know, and she talks about Mother Earth and the deities, which are the gods and the goddesses, and you know, she has this very oracle demeanor and a way about her, and I see that Santeria has had such an influence on her, because she's such a wonderful person. So, you know, it really warmed my heart. As I said, it gave me goosebumps. I wrote loads of stuff down, so I only had a conversation with her, so I might have forgotten some stuff, but spiritual guidance, you know, is like, that's definitely a thing. And as I said, I don't want to talk too much, because I don't want to say something that might be wrong or not offend somebody, but you know, I just want to stay in my lane and just leave it over to Ileana and some of the stuff she said, and then Natalis with some of the videos that I'll put up as well. And then, you know, I will end on basically what the music's going to be, because I am practicing every single day to write that, get as close as I can to what these guys are doing. I don't think I'll ever get halfway close, but if I can make the conga drums, which I have already, I made the bass line already, you know, I've got the clavs, the cowbells, and you know, conga drums, and the guero, I think it's called that, yeah, you know, that great thing. I'm just gonna do the best I can to make it as authentic as I can, to make it as close as I can with the trumpets too. This is what I wanted to talk about too, because the brass section in Agualine is absolutely crazy. You know, at the end of it, where it just goes, oh my god, it makes my soul cry, really. And I'm trying to recreate that, but trying to get the sound of those brass, that brass, is damn near impossible. But I'm gonna get close to it, and you know, that's it really. I'm kind of running out of things to say. Let me check my other list. See, that's what I told you. I've got so many notes. Oh, yeah, covered most of it. That's good. That's good. And if I miss something, I'll just write it on the screen, because, as I said, it's very important to me that this video comes across as well researched as I really tried to be, you know, and with as much respect as I tried to give, and as much knowledge as I tried to pass off through other people, you know, natives and Cubans, and, you know, my experiences too, just my life experiences with myself, my other half, you know, AIS, mi alma. So yeah, just want to say a big thank you to anybody that made it this far, and a big thank you if you understand where the channel's going, if you've been supporting the channel, maybe if you're new and you made it this far and you're curious, and much respect, because you know, at the end of the day, I'm just here being myself and telling my story musically about the music that I love and the boxing and the fighters that I love. Probably won't be out till tomorrow, but it doesn't matter. And you know, I'm gonna play some of the original songs, the Mark Anthony songs, and that Natalis song as well, and just chop it up and maybe deceive the AI robots that are trying to, you know, shut the YouTubers down. Basically, when you try to respectfully put up content, obviously there's a fair use situation, which hopefully I'll get past, but sometimes they hear a content thing and they just copyright your channel. So, but at the end of the day, as long as the video stays up, that's all I really care about, and get the message across. And yeah, that's it. Friday today. Have a great weekend, guys. You know, even if this reaches you Saturday, have a peaceful one. Be the best you can be. Be the best person you can be. Be as soulful and spiritual and loving as you possibly can. I'm out of here, boxing on the edge. Till next time.